All right, let's talk about something fascinating today. We're going to explore a practice called the Aditi SDP. It's a detoxification technique that comes from some pretty ancient wisdom, and it suggests that the solution to a very modern problem might be, well, literally, right in our own hands.
Okay, so let's just dive right in by thinking about the world we live in. I mean, all these modern conveniences are amazing, but are we maybe paying a hidden price when it comes to our health? From the food we eat, the air we breathe, we're pretty much constantly exposed to toxins, preservatives, and all sorts of pollutants.
And get a load of this number, over 200. That's the number of industrial chemicals and pollutants that studies have found in the umbilical cord blood of newborns. It's kind of startling, right? It shows that our exposure to all this stuff begins before we're even born.
So what this really boils down to is that this isn't just some big picture pollution problem. It's about what's actually happening inside our bodies. This kind of internal buildup can mean that even when we're trying our best to be healthy, we might not be getting all the good stuff we should be from our efforts.
This is where the Aditi SDP comes in. It's based on this really profound idea about the earth itself. It's not just seen as an element, but as a mother. And that's a concept you can find in cultures all over the world, from the indigenous Americas to ancient Rome.
So picture Mother Earth as this ultimate transformer. The whole idea is that for millennia, it has taken in all the junk, toxins, waste, you name it, and through its own amazing natural processes, it gives back pure, life-giving nutrients that sustain all of us.
And here's where it connects directly to you. There's this principle, the macrocosm-microcosm principle. Sounds complicated, but it's simple. The big universe out there is reflected inside our own bodies. So if the earth can detoxify on a massive scale, the idea is that the earth element inside of us has that exact same power. It's just waiting to be activated.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But how does that philosophy actually become a technique you can use? Let's get into the nuts and bolts of how you can supposedly activate that inner earth and kickstart your body's own purification process.
So here it is, the core technique. It's all in the hands. According to the practice, your ring finger represents the earth element. So you place the tip of your thumb right under the base of that ring finger. Make sure it's centered, and you do this with both hands at the same time. The goal is to basically enhance that element's function inside you.
Now, before you just jump in, there are a few key things to keep in mind. It's best to do this on an empty stomach, and you want to start small. Just 5 minutes is apparently enough to get the process going. You can slowly work your way up to 20 minutes, but that's the max. So, let's say you start practicing. What actually happens? Well, the body has a few pretty clear ways of showing that the detox process has started, and it might be a little different for everyone. The first and most direct sign that something's happening is you'll probably notice your mouth filling up with saliva. This is considered the main way your body is getting rid of toxins. But, and this is a big but, it comes with a really important instruction. This part is absolutely critical. You have to spit the saliva out. Since it's seen as the vehicle for the toxins leaving your system, swallowing it would just, well, defeat the whole purpose. The advice is to keep a cup nearby and then give your mouth a good gargle with water when you're done.
Your body might use a few other ways to flush everything out too, leading to some temporary changes. You might notice a different smell to your sweat, or maybe a temporary metallic taste in your mouth. These are all considered signs that the process is working.
All right, now let's get into the potential upsides of doing this, because there are quite a few. And right after that, we have to talk about some extremely important safety warnings. This is not a practice for everybody. People who practice this report a whole range of benefits. We're talking physical stuff, like better skin and hair, but also things like reduced cravings for coffee or sweets. Some even say it helps with mental clarity and managing intrusive thoughts. It's really presented as a holistic practice for your overall well-being.
And now we get to the really essential safety info. Please pay close attention here, because this practice has some serious contraindications. It is absolutely not suitable for everyone.
Okay, these warnings are critical. The first one is about having a kabam or heavy body type from Ayurvedic tradition. The source suggests it could cause unwanted weight gain. But this next one is the most important. Do not do this if you have any bodily implants. We mean anything: dental implants, heart stents, hernia mesh. The warning is that the body, in its effort to expel toxins, might see that implant as a foreign object and try to reject it. You really have to listen to your body. If you start to feel any of these specific discomforts, like heel pain or chest discomfort, the guidance is to stop the practice immediately. The source actually suggests switching to other techniques to deal with the problem, but the main takeaway is, don't just push through it.
And finally, I can't stress this enough. The source material is very, very clear that this should only be done under the guidance of an experienced trainer. It also says you shouldn't do it while taking any internal medications. Safety has to be the #1 priority.
So it all leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about, doesn't it? As we search for solutions to all these modern problems, could it be that some of the most powerful tools aren't new at all, but are ancient, simple, and have been with us the whole time?